Bernal opened a video shop and installed a games arcade. He'd treat the boys, let them play for free. He was grooming them. Hello, Mr. Bowler.
Hello.
How do you do? Keme Nzerem, Channel 4 News.
Okay.
Just wondered if we might be able to ask you a few questions.
No, I'm sorry.
We are filming this, by the way, just so you know.
We made our statement,
Yeah.
we've issued the statement, and we're not making any further comments at this time.
Well, that's all as well, but it would be nice to know why you continue to allow Barry Bernal to work at the club.
We're making no further comments at this time.
Would you like to say sorry to the players he abused?
We're saying no further at the present time.
One of your former board members said that you are part of a cover-up. Are you part of a cover-up?
No further comment.
He also says you're a liar. Are you a liar?
As the film industry itself reels from revelations about Harvey Weinstein.
When did you first hear rumours about him?
You know, I have nothing to add on this. There's better people to talk to. Right now we're talking about the Florida Project, so.
Yeah, but see, one of the problems is people are often reluctant to talk about it, and
I don't think that's the
happened
problem.
in the last 20 years.
I don't think that's the problem. Let me be selfish here. We only have a limited amount of time.
I'll tell you what would be quite nice for a lesson, actually, girls.
A winter's morning at Limpsfield Grange, the country's only state school for autistic girls, where the world is lit a little differently.
Yes! My little buttercups, you're wonderful!
I'm different. I see things a lot differently.
We can just share our craziness.
Even when Kezia was tiny, she could sense she wasn't quite the same as her friends.
I knew that I was too different to be normal. And every time I tried to say that, just people wouldn't listen. And it was just, oh, everyone's unique and all that, which is rubbish, actually, because there are people who are more unique and need help.
How do you control the kind of fear and existential risk that for normal people would be utterly crippling?
Yeah, so the thing is, for me, it's not really controlling fear. It's like building my comfort zone to the point where I'm not experiencing fear. It's like building up to it, preparing, practicing, you know, getting to the point where I'm no longer afraid.
But what kind of practice can prepare for this? Smiling, when most people would just crumble. Whatever their abilities, everyone has a job, an identity, a purpose. The pioneering Camp Hill vision, genuinely communal life.
Blessings on the meal.
What makes Camp Hill communities different? We were invited to Newton D in Aberdeenshire to break bread and find out.
What's it like living here?
Living in Camp Hill is very, very nice, and I like it.
That smells really good.
Everybody is good at something, and you just need to find, you know, what that is in each one.
This is not what France needs. More violence in Marseille, where England play Russia tomorrow.
We'll just take a little turn. Police lines have been across this main road to try and stop fans from continuing to fight, not only with the police, where they were throwing beer cans and bottles, but also every now and then chasing other fans. Also, not far from here in the centre of town, reports of scuffles between groups of local youths and also Russian fans, because as you said, Russia play England in the opening England game here in Marseille tomorrow.
Vote out! We all vote it out! Au revoir, Europe! We all vote it out!
Plenty of time before kick-off for a quick dip, but fluttering above, the French in post-Brexit mourning, or just a cheeky sense of humour. So, along the rather conveniently named Promenade des Anglais, what is the mood?
Vive le Brexit or Regrexit?
Live now to Rio and our sports correspondent Keme Nzerem. Keme.
That's right, Jackie. Glorious sun here in Rio, but a stormy night for England in Miami, and ongoing storms for football's governing body, for FIFA. Storms of a metaphorical kind. Now, it's often said that it's only when sponsors, when the money folk get involved, that things really start to change.
The first time Sepp Blatter was seen in public since FIFA was convulsed by yet another scandal. And the little man with the big hold on world football walks on.
Good evening, Mr. President. How are you? Surely after all these allegations, it's time for you to resign.
How about you?
Surely it's time for you to say goodbye to FIFA. The scandals, the corruption, you're the boss after all.
There he is, our sports correspondent Keme Nzerem in Sochi. Over to you.
In the last few minutes, President Putin has announced that the Sochi Olympics are open. They, of course, have not been without controversy. In the last hour, even, a man was detained in Istanbul, apparently tried to hijack a plane leaving Ukraine, demanding that he be brought to Sochi.
Have things changed since the Soviet days? Yes. Vladimir remembers when just being gay was a crime in itself. But in his pensioner's flat, watched by a former head of the KGB, this proud Russian told me there's still no way he'd risk coming out.
So, could you walk down the street with your boyfriend holding hands? Could you kiss in public?
No, I would never do that. It's not acceptable in Russia.
How on earth do you ski, and not just ski but race, if you can't use your legs, or don't have legs at all, or can't see?
Now, if disability skiing teaches us anything, it's how hard it is to race, to ski fast, but in control. You look at these guys around here, it's pretty amazing. Take the visually impaired athletes amongst them. They hack it down the course. The best of them, they'll top out at speeds in excess of 65, maybe even 70 miles an hour.